So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her now that you're getting older.
I look quite fabulous for my age. We define age like nobody's business.
Then with our younger girls, like from 18 to 24, she's young, she's vibrant, she's not emotionally damaged.
You guys are competing to see who gets to the club the fastest.
That's why they put so much value around young women, the most moldable, because they are the least stable. Their desire for younger women are about control.
Are some older women trying to warn younger girls about messing with older men because they genuinely trying to help them? Yes. But you're a liar to sit up and act like there's not some older women who are bitter and mad. And they upset at the fact that the men around their age are attracted to girls younger. And those younger girls are taking those older men from being options for them.
Woo! She said it. She said it. Go ahead, Danny Dane. That's Danny Dane. Go ahead, Danny Dane. Do your thing, Danny Dane. Some older women are bitter and mad that younger women are dating the men their age. Tell them.
That's a real thing. And so when men have this conversation, they be like, y'all older women just be bitter and mad. It's valid because, yeah, there are some that are. Now, just because you're not, don't mean that it's not a real thing. Like, I'm not jealous of younger girls who get older men. I love that for them if that's what they want to do, just not too young. When it start getting weird where he could be your daddy, yeah, it get a little questionable. Still, really, at the end of the day, it's still not my business, right? But
True.
Nevertheless, you can tell usually who these women are who really be bitter and mad because they're in competition with these younger girls. These are older women who still go around trying to act, talk, and do the things that younger girls do because they're in direct competition with them trying to get those men. Right? That's the easiest way to tell the ones who are in competition with younger girls and the ones that's going to be bitter and mad because they are in competition with these girls. Therefore, the information that they give these younger girls is not coming from a pure place. It's coming from a place of them being mad because they taking their men.
Yes, that is happening, and they are taking them in. But I gotta say, these ladies, I said it just now, they're getting BBLs, just like the young girls. I saw, you guys all seen it, Vivica Fox. She got the BBL done. It looked like she had a pamper on. It looked like she paid to get a muscle butt. Like, how you paying that money to have them get your money back? They gave you a muscle butt. It wasn't even like, you know how BBLs look fat and it looks too big, but it still looks okay, but not really, but it's BBLing. That thing was muscle button. Her video was muscle button. But yeah, that's what's going on. Let me get into the next one.
These older women are really out here in competition with the younger generation. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. These older women who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s want to be seen so bad and want attention that they are in competition with these younger girls. These women wasted their years, wasted their youth, and are doing any and everything to be seen. And they're not teaching the young girls. So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her. You're in denial that you're getting older.
You know what's wild is, you have some deny. I've seen tons of videos of them denying it. Saying I'm older. I don't compete with nobody. And it's like, yes, you do. It's all open game. Your competition is with younger girls, with the world. Man, older women are being aged out. They're aged out. They got to compete with younger girls in the West and then the world. Man, competition is fierce.
You're doing things with your body, thriving for attention, over-sexualizing yourself at that age, all because you don't want to accept the fact that you messed up your life. They don't have husbands, which they really wanted. They're realizing that, oh, wow, I'm at an age where nobody's checking for me. The men are not checking for me at 50, 60 years old, unfortunately. They're looking at the younger women who do desire marriage, who do desire to have children, who are not just out here. So instead of, again, I'm going to try to find a way to be seen and encourage the young girls to do what I'm doing because I don't want them to surpass me. That's what's actually happening. These older women are sitting around telling the young girls, no, girl, live your life, do you, because you're intimidated by her. You don't want her to do better than you. You don't want her to have a chance. You want the chance because you see the men are looking at the younger girls. The men are more attractive and more desirable of the younger women. And it's sad. This is the reality of where we are. The older generation is jealous and intimidated and in competition with the younger generation. And it's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. And that's funny. Now, shout out to I'm Just a Girl too, as well. Even she said this, it struck a nerve. She said this like sometime last year in Woman with Nuts. She actually had to shut down the comment section. That's how sour these ladies were. And she was just telling the truth. But this next video I gotta show to you guys. But I'm gonna show it. Let me just show it.
I'm sorry, but it has to be said. These older women who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s want to be seen so bad and want attention that they're in competition with these younger girls. These women wasted their years, wasted their youth, and are doing any and everything to be seen. And they're not teaching.
Every time she feel it, she go, come on, you know it's hitting home. Chiming OGs. It's hitting home. And a bunch of women responded to her. So I said, oh, we showed them young women how to do this thing. Nah. No, you don't. No, you don't. The younger girls are getting the older men, and it's changing. And men are leaving. Men are leaving out the country too. These OG men gonna start becoming passport bros soon. The game is really about to change. You ladies got to get together. Got to hit them with one of them tricks that you know, right? The slopping and the gulping without your teeth. No teeth. It's still not going to work.
Teaching the young girls. So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her. You're in denial that you're getting older. You're doing things with your body, thriving for attention,
BBLs, yeah.
over-sexualizing yourself at that age, all because you don't want to accept the fact that you messed up your life.
Real talk.
They don't have husbands, which they really wanted. They're realizing that, oh, wow, I'm at an age where nobody's checking for me. The men are not checking for me at 50, 60 years old, unfortunately. They're looking at the younger women who do desire marriage, who do desire to have children, who are not just out here. So instead of, again, I'm going to try to find a way to be seen and encourage the young girls to do what I'm doing because I don't want them to surpass me. That's what's actually happening. These older women are sitting around telling the young girls, no, girl, live your life, do you, because you're intimidated by her. You don't want her to do better than you. You don't want her to have a chance. You want the chance because you see the men are looking at the younger girls. The men are more attractive and more desirable of the younger women. And it's sad. This is the reality of where we are. The older generation is jealous and intimidated and in competition with the younger generation. And it's unfortunate.
Man, now they went on reacting to her video after video. It was crazy. But she was telling the truth. She didn't sugarcoat anything. She just told the cold, hard truth. And it's needed nowadays. And it's a woman doing it. And you know what's funny? It hits deep and it hurts. It hit her to the core. Look at that old lady like
emotional damage.
Hit her to the core.
We're on this app talking about older women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s trying to compete with other women. We're trying to be seen. But before I get into it, like, follow, share, tag someone who may need to see this. And I'm about to give you my 2 cents on that. What are we competing with? What are we competing with? I mean, my understanding, life is a marathon. We are on our own paths. So what are we competing? You know what? I'm not going to say what am I competing with you, because I don't think I have any competition. And yeah, I'm about to be cocky with this. I have no competition. I'm about to be 53 years old.
Here we go again.
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? 剩女, which means leftover women.
In July, I have no
Yeah.
competition. And then the fact
That's
that
what you're
she
competing
said
with,
that,
Tom.
and she looked like she about 45. I'm curious to see how old she is, because I think I look quite fabulous for my age.
Oh yeah.
But she's saying that we're competing for attention, like we desperate.
Oh, absolutely.
Who desperate? Now I'll tell you, as we get older, especially in your late 40s and late 50s, and that wisdom kicks in. I think the blessing about going through perimenopause is you have no filter, and the wisdom that comes in.
No, man. No. She said going through perimenopause, she developed different wisdom. No, why did you say that? You was doing fine. You should have just left that out. We know you're going through it, but don't say it. Seriously. Like,
And you're caring for yourself more, and you're a lot wiser. And the
that's what
fact
she
that
got
you
to
don't,
say.
again, the fact that you don't take no shit from nobody. So who are we in competition with?
Perimenopause.
I think maybe the other way around, because I know us 70s, us Gen X women, we define age like nobody's business. So who are we in competition with? Please tell me. Please make it known, because I wasn't aware that I was in competition with nobody. For real though.
Lady, you are in competition with the world. And it's fierce. Things have changed. Man, she opened up a womb. I'm telling you. But it needed to be open. It did.
Every single time I tell a woman above the age of 40 that I and always have been, they congratulate me. They know something that I don't, and I trust them.
I think I know why that is. Once I got around 40, I mean, a little before 40, but definitely after 40, the blinders start to come off. And I have this theory that the system of patriarchy knows this, is aware of this about women who are over a certain age. That's why they put so much emphasis on youth. That's why they put so much value around young women, right? Women who are going to bear children, women who have not fully evolved into the women that they're going to be, because they are the most moldable, because they are the least stable. It's delusional. They're the least settled. And I know that sounds cliche, but I'm telling you, something happens where you just see the world in a way that you did not see it before. And I think the system recognizes that, which is why they convince you that you should bank everything on your age, on your youth. They don't want you to see yourself as valuable over a certain age, because if you do see yourself as valuable, then you're more likely to fully invest in your evolution, and you are not controllable. The whole game is control. Their desire for younger women are about control. Their desire to impregnate you are about control. All of it is about control. So when we do recognize that there are younger girls who are now getting it, 20-something, 30-something, teenagers, we are cheering for you. Because I think the thing is, at least for me, if I knew in my 20s and my 30s what I know now, the amount of trauma, embarrassment, the amount of shame I allow all of these experiences I had with men make me perceive myself differently. And I genuinely believe that that's a part of the game. So when women are saying, oh no, we're not putting ourselves in that position, don't care, I don't want what my mama had, I don't want what my grandma had, I'm going to live my life in a way that is most authentic to me, and either you are a good...
Another one. Lady, you do not look the part to be talking how you're talking. Talking about the centering men? You look like you need to decenter cheeseburgers. Keep it real. Decenter food.
Always complaining. It's hot. I'm hungry.
Center, not decenter. Center going on a diet. You worried about the wrong stuff, okay?
You worry about the wrong stuff.
She's worried about the wrong stuff.
a good fit for that, or you're not. The way I was taught, we were indoctrinated to learn dating is backwards. We're taught to find a partner and then mold ourselves into something that is compatible with the partner, as opposed to finding yourself and then finding a partner that aligns and complements who you are. That's the only way dating is going to be healthy. Otherwise, you just end up in a codependent relationship, which is how they benefit. They want us to believe that these stories about men that we are hearing day after day, that there are hundreds of these examples on social media and in real life, that they're the exception and not the rule. When the reality is the type of men who we actually want, the type of partners that we actually want, the ones who are going to feed us.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
The ones who are going to be equal, the ones who are going to add to us. They are the...
Hold on. Stop it. She said to the ones that are going to be... I know she did. You guys know. The ones who are going to feed us. She's hungry. That's the problem, lady. Don't mention feed us. Don't mention that.
Exception. And the tricky and sinister thing about this is if you think that the rule is actually the exception, if you think that the average guy, the guy who thinks it's okay to date multiple women without being honest, the guy who thinks it's okay to shape shift into whatever he has to be and tell you whatever he has to tell you in order for you to give him what he wants, if you think that that's the exception and not the rule, then you're more inclined to keep hitting the same wall over and over. You will keep dating these guys thinking that one of them are going to turn into the golden goose egg, and they're not. I think a lot of older women get a bad rap on this whole, oh, y'all jealous of us, when it's really just like, babe, we really just want you to avoid what we know to be true. That's it. We're trying to help you see the areas where you still have a blind spot, but your ego won't allow you to learn from us.
Okay, guys, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about why older women are jealous of younger women. Older women are jealous of younger women because they know that older men are going after younger women, and she aged out. And what's that if a woman have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids by different father? She doesn't have anybody to watch her kids. Then with a younger girls like from 18 to 24, she's young, she's vibrant, she's not emotionally damaged. That's what all the men want to be with. A man want to be around younger women, so the older women get offensive and they get jealous because all the older men want to be around the younger woman, and that's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, these younger women, they get to go on trips, they get flying out, they get their car taken care of, men are marrying them, men are doing everything they can, because you know why? The one key fact is these women are submitting to these men. These older women do not want to submit to these men. So if you can't submit, you're not going to have a man. And the way things are going, older men like younger women, and there's nothing wrong with that. And all the older women got to do is deal with it. And a lot of the older women had let themselves go. They became severely overweight. They don't have good shape. They're not eating right. They don't look good. I mean, who want to date somebody that's overweight with 4 or 5 kids? Cooking out garbage. Who want to date that? You know what I mean?
It's wild. She's talking about the last lady that was just talking.
When you could date one that's 25, 19, 20, and you could go all the world with that one. She's very attractive. She doesn't have anything to stop her, and she's beautiful. So why would you want to waste time dating a 40, 50, 60-year-old that has a lot of body, on her, and she's severely overweight? She's not even attractive. So why date something like that? So for the man prefer to date younger women, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. Kings, you're entitled to date what you want to date. Okay, Kings?
You heard that. Shout out to Leonard Red Coach. Kings, you are entitled to date what you want to date. And this is coming from a woman. You are. It's true. The world is your oyster. It is. And the wild thing is, guys, for the most part, especially the guys on this side, don't have ill intentions, no ill will. I won't say there's not some foul guys watching, but still, for the most part, guys have the greatest intentions. They're looking to get a woman to be for them. And by any means, we won't stop until we find one. And it definitely won't be a woman that's aged out, that doesn't care about keeping herself up.
Why is it that the older women are competing with the younger generation? You guys are competing for the same men. You guys are competing to run and go get the same look, the same BBLs. You would be surprised how many 50 and 60-year-olds I have seen go run and get BBLs. You guys are competing to see who gets to the club the fastest. It's like, instead of the older women imparting knowledge and wisdom on the younger generation, you guys are competing with them. They just hit their adulthood. They just hit their womanhood, and you guys are competing with them instead of giving them the wisdom and the knowledge that they need, because these young girls, they need guidance. And this is what we face with. We face with the grandmoms being the new thoughts now. Listen, the grandmas don't even want to watch the grandchildren no more. They want to go down to the club. Like, seriously. This is what we're faced with? Can we have the women of the generation to stand up again and to impart wisdom and knowledge on the youth? This is what we face with. We got to do better.
Like she said, can the older woman impart wisdom? Not just trying to say, oh, men are not good for you. They're trying to use you. Older men try to use you for your youth. No, they're not. They're not trying to, well, they are, but not in the way they're making it seem. Oh, older men are no good. That's not the case. A lot of times, older men feel used and abused by the older woman. A lot of times, the older men was just divorced by the older woman. Let's talk about it. Let's go deep now. Because you ladies are divorcing men left and right. And then you get out of your marriage, the man goes and gets a younger woman, he's happy. You're just sleeping with guys. I just saw a white lady. The white lady said, oh, you younger guys can't handle a woman around my age because we'll just use you and be done with you. Uh-huh. Men not thinking like that. For the most part, men trying to have you staying around for the long term. Shame. Shame, shame, shame.
Shame. Come back.
Being younger and looking better, and they're afraid that we're going to snatch their mans. I don't blame them, because sometimes I can be a man snatcher, but, you know, it's not my problem, you know.
You keep the old ones, and we will take the young ones. Because older women are now dating younger men. So, what's your point? Anyway, I have seen a few videos where younger girls are coming on here and saying that older women are in competition with them. And I don't know where they get the story from. Because as a 40-year-old woman, my life has not ended, right? And I still have a lot of dreams and goals that I want to achieve. So I am not taking my time, right, and focusing on a younger girl. I am taking my time and my attention focusing on being the better version of myself. I am not saying that some older women don't criticize younger girls for how they dress, right? But I know I used to dress that way, so I am not watching how another younger woman dress. Everyone have body autonomy in how they dress, right? And just like I made mistakes in my life as a younger person, you have to give young girls the opportunity to also make mistakes, right? And so I will say this again, when one woman bleeds, every woman bleeds. So no woman should be in competition with each other, because we're all on the same vibrational plane.
Quick question to the females. So I volunteered at an organization because I really feel like representation is important. So I try to volunteer with youth. But the youth I work with, they vary by background. They could be Hispanic, whitey, black. Like, they're all different from different races. But I work for this organization. I volunteer my time, and the lady above me is an older black woman. So my question is, am I the only one who experiences like jealousy and hate? Like, this lady really sabotages me. Like, it's beyond belief. Like, I didn't even go into that. But she's like, as a younger woman, it seems like women that are 40 and over seem to have an issue. Not all, just certain ones. And it seems to be the ones that maybe didn't take care of themselves early in life.